Hello, everyone. I'm Mansi Nagar, your host for today's webinar, Mind Organized by Mentorsity. So, our today's topic is how can one develop entrepreneurship skills during college time? So, firstly, I want to ask how many of you want to be an entrepreneur? Just write in the comment box. Write I. Do you want to be an entrepreneur or do you ever thought of starting your own business? If yes, then this session is for you. So, come on, just write that you want to be an entrepreneur. Then only we will move ahead. All right. So, I can see that many of you want to be an entrepreneur, right? So, for answering all your questions and all your doubts regarding the entrepreneurship, we have our mentor. Today's mentor, she is uh, Dr. Reena Sharma Kher, who is a doctorate with 15 years of global experience, an entrepreneur, academician, trainer, mentor, and founder of Zipphatt, director of Show Footwear, and WICCI Vice President, Delhi State. So, on behalf of all the audience, I would like to call our guest, Miss Reena, Dr. Reena Sharma.
Hi, good evening, Mansi. Thank you for the introduction. And I welcome all the students, all the youngsters to this wonderful session. And I hope and expect that, they should get the maximum out of it because I think that's what youth is all about. And the youngsters of this country, they are going to make the future of India brighter and brighter. That's what I aim and that's what I hope, from them. So, how can one develop entrepreneurship skills during college time? I think right from childhood you are an entrepreneur. It's not that you just develop skills or just when you grow up or you finish college you become an entrepreneur. No, I see some entrepreneurship skills in my son, in my daughter. And that's what you see. You see that all around you, and that's what is very very important. So I have a global experience. I have traveled around the world, and I have learned how to be versatile. I have learned how to adapt in different cultures and different countries. So I think that's very, very important. And I think you should be very, very attentive. You should be alert. You should know where you belong to. You should know what's your passion. That's very, very important. And that's what I have learned, and that's what I think you all should believe in and you should implement, right? So and it is very very common, guys, for business students especially to learn the entrepreneurship skills. However, it doesn't mean that someone who's in humanities, who's picked up humanities as their topic, or for graduation, or maybe a science, or any other stream which you have picked up, doesn't mean that you can't be an entrepreneur, right? So something, you want to venture out, something which is your passion again, like say somebody who's doing English honors, or an English major. So I think they would be they should look out for the writers, for the bloggers. And it's a wonderful thing to start with, right before even your college time. I think anybody can be a blogger if you think you have the passion. Language doesn't matter. Language doesn't matter. It's the content, it's the thought process which matters. So if you think you have the passion, you have those skills to write well, you can influence people, you can make people happy. It can be a humorous blog, it can be a witty blog, it can be an educative or informative blog. So that means you are at the right place. So it can be a food related blog. I'm sure all the youngsters out there, you're all foodie. You want to venture out, right from street food, right from nice restaurants, different cuisines you try wherever you travel, with your family, with your friends, alone. though pandemic, has made our life little more restricted, but things are opening up, and we pray to almighty that things come back to the normal, and we start enjoying back to the normal how we used to. So yes, somebody who has the passion to write, to read, why not? Blogging is amazing. You can be an amazing blogger, you see. And the youth is more familiar with the social media handles like Instagram, Facebook, and other things, wherein you have to just use the right hashtags, and you are just there. And maybe a nice interesting post to start with, a nice interesting reel to start with, start reviewing it, and you become a blogger. There you go. Same thing goes for traveling. So I'm very sure, if like I am here in Delhi, and I'm sure we have people from across India here. So in any part of the city, in any part of the country you are, so why not pick that place, and start writing a blog on that place, and there you go. There are so many places staying right in Delhi, I'm sure even I am not aware of, I'm not familiar with. So make people familiar with those places through your writing skills, through your photography skills. Maybe you can click some amazing pictures and again post it, and there you go. You become a nice photographer, you become a blogger. You can even write about new age texting. So our generation, we might be little okay when we text, when we type, but the youth, they have altogether a different outlook, a different style to type text. So why not do some sessions for the elderly people? And then trust me, it's going to be a hit session. Why don't you just try it out? Do a session for the elderly people who want to be on Instagram, who want to be on Facebook, who want to use these social media handles, yet they are struggling, they have some restrictions. um Home decor. So and it's not just a home decor is restricted to the female generation, but we grow, we are nurtured in an environment where we see our family together decorating the house. So home decor is again a wonderful idea to start with, and that can enhance your entrepreneurship skills. Go out, shop, pick up stuff from streets, pick up stuff from shops, gather ideas, observe, look around you, and I'm sure there will be a whole bunch of ideas to get into home decor. And similarly, sports. So people have the flair for sports, and some youngsters really write well on sports. They can be witty, again they can be very informative, and you never know where it hits. It might hit the young audience, it might be a major or a huge hit amongst the kids, if you write well, or if you post some videos on sports, right? Similarly, apparels, wardrobe management. So there's so many things you can think about. I might my ideas might get exhausted, but I'm sure your ideas will never get exhausted. You will keep coming up with more ideas, and more thoughts to have your startup. So wardrobe management, I mean, I personally feel, because when I see the teenagers, when I see the youngsters, their wardrobes are never managed, and the moms or the parents are after them, or they have a help at home who's doing that. So why do we need that? Why do we need somebody to outsource? So the reason is, some people are lazy, some people don't have time, some people don't like doing their wardrobe. So be a wardrobe manager. Make a nice post, make a small poster. We have so many apps, so make the best use of the digital media, and post that I'm a wardrobe manager and I can help you out. Try me out for free for a couple of sessions. So maybe you do a wardrobe management for your family or some friends, post it, flaunt it, and here you go, right? So these are few things to name. I mean, these were my ideas. Similarly, when we talk about the history majors, or the people who are pursuing history as a major subject, so they should look for something to do in academics, something to they should learn the process of how we can get the funds, how to get the grants. And anyone who is starting a business should always and always take some sessions on business finance courses, familiarize themselves with capitalism, business loans. These are few things to start with. That's very, very important. And it's a very, very wise idea to research all the different ways the skills you are learning, it can be put together to use in a job market. So I'm sure when we are in school, when we are college, we are learning, because learning is an unending process. It never ends. You keep learning, you keep leading, you keep learning, you keep leading, right? So and why not make a list of all the potential careers in your specialized field, whichever field you're specializing in. So make it as long as possible, and then note whether these careers can be pursued with private companies, with government entities, or as an independent contractor, or a freelancer. And then figure out, try to see, are there needs that these current companies aren't meeting? And if that's the case, there you fit in. So how could you build a company that fulfill those needs? How can you be a source for them? How can you be a freelancer for them? How can you be that one stop solution for them to take care of the needs which are currently not being taken care of? Yes, I would love to see some comments of how you're liking it, or we'll take up the questions towards the end of the session. So yeah. And then reading is very, very important, but at the same time, so is learning, and learning while doing so. As a human, it's not practically possible for us to gather and absorb everything we learn, everything we read, right? So right from where we started our school, and then courses or diploma, or in college, it's not practically possible to absorb everything, and to keep everything with us in our brains. So that's why, while we are learning, why not implement it? While we are learning, why not implement it? So in case you are doing a foreign language, let's say a Spanish language or a French language or any language, so why not connect with people? Right now we have global connectivity. You have so many apps. So trust me, when you're learning a language, it's very, very important to talk to people in that language. So I'll give you my example. When I was in South America, I have seen people who have done courses, who have done graduation and their entire course in a particular language, but they are not fluent because they are not talking, they are not conversing. So it's very, very important, when you converse in that foreign language, that gives you the confidence. So, be it just saying hello to anybody, introducing yourself, talking about colors, talking about the weather, that's very, very important when you're doing a foreign language. Then, are you creating content? So, are you performing the tasks that are integral to the field you are in? Are you doing that? That's something very, very important. Then there are lot many ways. I would say there are abundant ways to actively practice your craft, but make sure you're practicing the business side as well. So create a brand, create a website, make marketing materials. It doesn't have to be real, like many kids in the school do that. So it's just a good practice. But the students of your age, yes, why not? Go ahead, make a brand, make a website, partner with your friends, because the more the merrier. The more people you have around, better ideas, and of course, more hands together to work and share your burden, of course. And of course, you can brainstorm together. So it's a known educational tool, to have children set up fake businesses to learn the value of work. That happens, in the Western world, and the same concept is picking up in India too. So this works for all age and education levels. It doesn't restrict us to a particular level or a particular age. It works at all age groups. It works at all the levels where we are. So while you are at it, though, you could create a business to supplement your income while you're in school or in college. So this experience is going to be priceless. It could impress your potential future employers. It can impress, your family or somebody who's going to just fund your entire project. So it's very, very important to create a brand, to have something in your mind wherein, so any idea, it can be any idea. Like, we have heard an idea can change your life, and trust me, it does. It can start right from your living room. It can start right from you're standing in the balcony, you observe something. It can start right from your bedroom, washroom, anywhere. It's just about the idea. That's something I personally feel. So one small idea, it can take you to places. And like we always say, there's always some room for learning wherever we are in life. Maybe we're very successful, we are not so successful, whether we are in business, whether we are in service industry where we are servicing the clients, but there's always a room for learning. And it's always nice to start exhibiting some of your traits right from that age. So when I say exhibiting some of your traits, so it can be as simple as, setting up a small stall in a school fair or an event, setting up a small stall or a kiosk in a flea market. There, this is the time. So Diwali has just gone, and now it's the Christmas time, the most festive, time of the year. So why not start with the flea markets? And trust me, I have seen people, I know people who started from the flea markets, selling postcards, selling some junk jewelry, and they have taken it to places because that was their passion. That's where they use their selling skills. That's where they enhance their selling skills. That's where they enhance the confidence building. So you don't need a trainer, you don't need a personality development trainer or mentor to give you or instill that confidence in you. What you need is that confidence to stand on the road, irrespective of your financial or, capability or your background. But you should have that confidence to start there, sell, talk to the people, sell them with confidence, talk about the qualities of the product you are selling, and that's it. That has, laid down the platform for you. And that's where you start, because that's something which no institute is going to teach you. That's something no trainer or teacher is going to teach you. That is something which you have learned from your own experience by interacting with different demographic people, people who are coming from different age groups, gender, places, geographical locations. So that's something you can think about. Right from, we know that, our mothers, grandmothers, they when they cannot sit at home, they probably have some amazing skills, like cooking, making pickles, making small woolen stuff, caps, gloves, or, selling bed sheets, or sourcing it from somewhere and then reselling it. So why not put it on Insta? Why not put it on Facebook? Make them famous, and at the same time earn some easy bucks, right? So I would say there are few things which are very, very important, and I am again repeating myself. Passion is one of the most important ingredients of success. Whether you want to be in a job, whether you want to be in a business, like for me, of course, it's good to be founder or a director of a brand. However, my passion still circles around training, talking, interacting with people. So seek out what you're good at. Seek out, you're good at talking, you're good at designing, you're good at selling, you're arranging a wardrobe, you are good at cooking, maybe. So that's what, the chefs and the entire, food and beverage industry does. They have different people for different jobs. So someone is excellent in cooking, someone is excellent in presenting it. So maybe I'm not that good at cooking, but I might be presenting a dish very well, and that's what it's all about, your presentation skills. um guiding or helping people decide. So some people are very good in guiding, right? So I'm sure you have that one person to reach out to whenever you are in doubt, whenever you are um want to discuss something, you are clueless, so you have that one person to go to. So we all have that one or two people to go to when we are in that dilemma. So become a mentor, become a counselor, talk to people. So I'm sure that's again one of the skills, and that's your passion, to help people, right? So think on those lines. um see, I'm not a great cook. I don't enjoy cooking. So if somebody tells me, why don't you partner with me for a restaurant or that kind of a startup, I'm sorry, I'm not that person, because I don't have the passion to cook. So that also we have to see, do we really love it? Do we really like it? Because at the end of the day, something which we love, something which we are crazy for, gives us success, right? So then pop-up markets, like I just said, you can have small stalls, pop-up markets, small shows, weekend markets. It's a perfect idea to exhibit a few of your products, skills, whatever you're good at. And now WhatsApp, it's such an amazing tool. You can have groups, you can put whatever you're good at in your status, and just see, wait for the response. You're not spending a single penny, but you can still target your right audience. You can still see that whether this is working, where are the gray areas I need to work more. So try that out. Then using the digital world, of course, world, I'm sorry, using the digital world is the key to success. So now people in the government sector, people were a little rigid, they were not ready to adapt. But then pandemic eventually taught everybody that, without the computers, without having an online presence, nothing is going to work out. So right from our ministers and parliament and doctors and everybody, we are using the digital world, and we are using the digital platform to show our presence and to work and to grow. So, and the youngsters are amazing with the digital and social media platforms. So showcase your skills and make the best use of it. Curate, create, recreate through the digital media. Then I would say leadership is very, very important. And I think we, as adults, we as the mature adults, see those leadership skills in the small kids also. We can see that. You always know, when you see the kids around, oh, he is the leader, somebody who's leading people. So I would say this skill, this is developing the skill right from where you are. And like, once a great man has said that, um a great leader doesn't create followers. He's not after followers or how many people follow, but he's somebody who shows you how it's done, and then he leads. So he shows us the right path, and not just the path, but the way to do it. He does it, and then he leads. And so be firm, have strong leading skills, decide where, how, whom to lead. You are the best person to decide that for you. Then problem solving skills, yes, that's also something very, very important. We have to be very strong in our decisions. We should know how to solve this problem. If something is beyond our reach, if something is beyond our control, you very well know that you will not be able to do that. Seek out for help immediately. Don't waste your time. Gather friends, reach out to your family, or maybe a contact, somebody is good at, you know so do that. Then thinking out of the box is something very, very important. So we stay here in Gurgaon and Delhi NCR. This place is flooded with startups. Even Bangalore is this place is flooded with startups. And you won't believe here what people do. They rent out a small place. They would probably take up a small co-working space, maybe just one cubicle, and two, three, four friends every day come there. They sit, They come, they sit, they brainstorm. Maybe nothing productive, no output is coming out, but that brainstorming, coming there, sitting in a professional environment, sharing your views, brainstorming, talking about new things, and here we go. We get an amazing idea, and that's the start of a startup. So people do that. So why not do that? If we cannot, I mean, I'm not telling you guys that, go rent out a place, but I'm sure a coffee shop can be a good place to start with. And sit there, again, create, recreate, curate, and come up with some nice ideas. And again, I'm repeating myself, an idea can change everything. A smallest of ideas, maybe a small kid around you can give that idea, right? So there is no scheduled or a planned place or time for an idea that can penetrate into anybody's mind. So let's say, just while talking to you, something that clicked to me, when we have IAS aspirants or people who are preparing for any kind of entrance test. So something which they really struggle for is good food. I know, all the people in the hostels, or when they're staying in a university campus, the food is not that great. And trust me, when they say, when you are full, when your stomach is happy, you actually come up with great ideas. So why not, start with a small tiffin service, a nice, healthy, delicious, yummy-licious tiffin service for the entrance aspirants. How does that sound to you? um Nicely done laundry for again the college, or the affordable laundry for the college aspirants or the entrance aspirants. A dance studio. I'm sure in India, we have people who have amazing skills, whether they have done any professional certification dance course or not. But then why not do that? If you have those skills, set up a nice online dance studio or a yoga studio, and try that out. Maybe something which is authentic, something which is talking about the culture of India. So start with a dance studio. um, Again, like your mom's homemade pickles, laddus, desserts with a delivery option. um, and something which most of the youngsters struggle with, apparels and shoes. So they have so many things. They have their wardrobe is flooded with apparels and shoes. Yet when there is a day when they have to go out, they would say, oh, what to wear, what not to wear. So there's this new concept wherein, you can share and borrow. So share, maybe you can charge a small price, just exhibit on Insta, that with the size and the color options, and here you go. So you will earn some amount, and somebody who doesn't want to spend so much for that particular day or that occasion, he's good to go, he or she's good to go. Some nice garden pots, kitchen farming, and delivering at the doorstep. You see, all these ideas have come from somewhere. We fast, and all these, there was somebody behind that idea. And trust me, right now, even if I'm sitting here at the comfort of my office or my home, and I'm really craving for something from old Delhi, I know that I have to spend 100 200 bucks extra, and I would be enjoying that delicacy sitting right here. A gift wrapping option, a stylist, a personal shopper. There are so many people who are amazing with their styling skills, and there are some people who have the money, they have everything, but they really cannot decide what to wear, how to style it up. So be a personal shopper. Be a good babysitter. If you think you're very good and patient with kids, why not be a babysitter, a dog walker? I mean, there's so many things. If you think about some specialized photography, maybe food photography, kids photography, maternity photography, I mean, the list is endless. Something to do with good health, fitness. So like I said, this list is endless. And fast communication is very, very important. And when I say communication, it doesn't mean that you have to be fluent in English, you have to be very good in English. Your content should be strong, your content should be rock solid. Whatever you're trying to convey should be very clear, concise, and has to be conveyed in right confidence. And here I would really like to say that, our great Prime Minister Modi ji has done that for us. He has created the platform for us, wherein he has spoken in, United Nations meetings. He has gone to USA. He's spoken there, and he chose to speak in the language which was our mother tongue, which he was comfortable in, and it was a wow factor. So let's not run after just being very confident in speaking English, but in the language you are comfortable with, in the language you are going to connect with your target audience to gain that attention. And leading examples are, so we have this guy Tilak Mehta. He's about 16, 17 years old, and he's the founder of an app based courier service in Mumbai known as Papers and Parcels. He has done an amazing job. And we have people who started from nowhere, and we see where they are. Just to name few, we have Dhirubhai Ambani, we have Shiv Nadar, Asim Premji, Mukesh Ambani, Ratan Tata, Lakshmi Mittal, the youngest of them, Ritesh Agarwal, who is the founder of, Oyo, um, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Henry Ford, Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, there's so many people to name, and I want one day, all the kids, all the youngsters who are here for this session, your name also should be here, and I would be very proud to see your names there. So I always believe in a saying that make it happen and shock everyone. And you have those skills to do that. It's just that you have to explore where to start with. So that's where I think I should now stop talking and let me see if I can take up some questions. Thank you. So Mansi, you're not audible to me. I can't hear you.
Am I audible right now?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much, Reena, for such an amazing session. So I hope that everybody had learned and be clear in their thoughts and questions and queries they have. So moving ahead, we'll take some questions that were posted in the comment section. So our first question is how to grow our startup online.
How to grow our startup online? So the first and the most important thing is the idea. If you have the idea on your mind, that's where you are. Have the idea in your mind, and give a name. You have to have a brand. There are many apps, there are many platforms online available where you can register your brand. um, and if you really want, you can have a small website also. So, and that's it. So the main content for that is the main ingredient for that is the idea should be there. You should have done your thorough research. That's very, very important, because I have seen people with the most amazing ideas. However, because of lack of research, lack of right information, and probably not doing the timely homework, they have failed miserably. So we don't want to go there. Let us take some more time. Let us have all the resources. Let us have everything in place, and here we go. You can do your startup online. And like I said, Instagram and all the other social media handles are the perfect place to do it. Totally depends what is that you're looking at. What's your startup like? I hope I'm able to answer that query for you.
Hope you got your answer, Manya. So moving ahead, our next question is from Akanksha. That is,
Hi.
how does society affect entrepreneurship development?
How does the society affects entrepreneurship development? So your society is going to be your best critic, and the society is going to be your promoter too. So if you're very confident in your skills, if you're very confident in your ideas, again I'm repeating myself, um you should not think about how the society is going to play a major role. If you think your idea is really good, you have all the resources, you are going to work really hard, then definitely the society is going to pay out a nice platform for you to grow further. That's how the society is going to affect your entrepreneurship development. And of course, we are in a very learned society. We belong to one of the ancient, the ancient civilizations. So our culture, our whatever we have learned, and the society is definitely going to help you with the development, and to help you become an amazing entrepreneur.
Okay. So our next question is, how flexible is our government when it comes to startup?
How flexible is our government? So I personally feel our government is amazing. And these youngsters out there, don't you see on Instagram, don't you see how flexible the government is? There is no restriction from there. People are selling everything. I mean, I have seen some females around me who started with a small, small bottles of pickles, and they have gained so much popularity just with the online platform. To start with, just use the free resources available, and if you have funds, yes, make the best use of it. Make the best use of it. And the government is there to help you, of course.
Okay. So our next question is, after doing all the initial things, how can we make our website or our business reach the potential customers?
All right. So for that, it's a little technical aspect. So for that, you should have the SEO in place. The search engine optimization. I'm sure the youngsters know better about it. A lot of Google ads and the right promotion. So and of course the use of correct and the effective social media handles. That's going to help you more. So I'm sure when you have your website, your brand, everything is in place, do some dry runs. Let's say an example. Probably if you have a startup of small probably food or a dessert, let's say maybe you want to be a home baker to start with. So why not try amongst your family and friends, take their honest feedback, implement that feedback, and uh, go reach out to good stores, go reach out to malls, schools, your alumni, and serve them for free, serve them complimentary. Take the feedback, see how it works, and here you go. Then you need to use your SEO, Google ads to promote, because that's something very very important, and they know, because they are the people who are experts. They will help you make reach the right targeted audience.
All right. So our next question is from Aisha. As an entrepreneur, generating new ideas is imperative, but
Yeah.
conveying the right message is what matters. So how can we do that?
All right. So, can I read it one more time? So, as an entrepreneur, generating new ideas is imperative, of course, yes. But conveying the right message is what matters. So, how can you do that? So, conveying the right message would come through your craft, would come through your work, will come through how you're presenting your work, whether it is a startup, whether it is a service you're offering. So yes, you keep on generating new ideas. However, how well you implement your ideas is again very very imperative and integral. And then um, the person responsible for conveying that message, and when you say conveying the right message, means the person who is into marketing, who is basically developing your business further. So that's where the business development people come into the picture.
Okay. So moving towards the next question. After a long time of facing losses, some would stop right there. What you feel about this?
So, see, when we talk about any business, so business is the biggest risk. So, when we say business, B, so B starts for the biggest risk too. So, we have to be prepared, and nothing is assured, nothing is guaranteed. So, that's why the young students, the college students, should take baby steps. We are not going to make huge investments. So that's why your R&D, your research and development, plays a very, very important role. When we say research and development, I mean to say your homework. Have you done your homework right? However, that is also not going to assure you profits right from day one. So your hard work, one thing, yes, is definitely going to pay off. The way you have implemented your hard work and how you present it, and do you have the right audience? Do you have the right audience for that? So maybe if I'm thinking of a startup in a small village, and I'm thinking of to give them or supply them with the Italian cuisine or some Italian desserts, then I might not be at the right place. So doing your homework, selecting the right audience, presenting it correctly, so we can hope not to face so many losses. However, again, I'm saying nothing is assured. So the best practice is to take baby steps, see, um, do a trial, a trial error method, or do a dry run. Go with a small setup, try at a smaller scale, and you will know where you belong to, you will know where you are standing.
Okay. So our next question is from Rishabh. How to improvise customer experience in the business?
How to improvise customer experience. So uh, that's what I've learned in these 15 years. A very, very important thing is hear them out, listen to them. Don't be judgmental, don't be very objective when you're handling the customers. So your priority should be to give the best experience, the best products, or the best services to your customers. That should be your priority. However, at times there might be situations where you feel that the customer might be a little unreasonable. However, we cannot go blunt and tell them, and that's when the customer experience or the customer service skills come into picture. If possible, do a small course on customer service skills, and that should help you. And again, talk to more customers, serve more customers. The more, the merrier. The more you serve them, the more you will learn, the more experience you will gain. Observe, not just do, but observe people and see their customer service skills. Watch some nice videos, global videos, wherein how people are helping, or how people are serving the customers.
Okay. Our next question is, I think Google Ads is paid. Is there any free SEO or SEM tools you know?
So for that, what I would recommend is go to Google and look for that. Right now, there's a pool of freelancers, and what they do is they want to help initially, because they also want to develop or find credibility. So in order to do that, they might do your first project complimentary. I have myself tried that, and then you have such people, and they say, if you really like our work and you get some business, pay us next time. So look for that, look for those options, look for good freelancers with good credibility, and they can do the work for you. Your initial projects they can do.
Okay. So, Reena, our next question is how to make the business stand out amid so much competition, especially if the business idea is a little common.
So thinking out of the box, presenting it in the most wonderful way, because packaging plays a very, very important role. We all fall for attractive packaging, attractive showrooms, and of course the quality. So if your quality is out of the world, trust me, you will stand out. And again, presenting and promoting yourself, how well you're promoting, that plays an important role. Because see, there would be a time the all the ideas will be exhausted. You cannot keep getting new ideas. If that was the case, there would be so many businesses who would be running and running well. So ideas will exhaust at some point of time, but your promotional skills, um, how to revive, how to recapture the market, and how to keep your existing customers intact, how to retain them is very, very important. So keep giving them the most delightful experiences you can.
Okay. So our next question is, if this society demotivates us, how should we take that and move on?
So if the society, when you say society, I'm not very clear with the concept. Society means people around you, be it your friends, relatives, or I don't know who. But then take that also as an experience and move on. That's it. If you think you're confident, if you think you're doing well, then let them be just the critics and move on. Be confident in your thinking, be confident in your craft.
Okay. So are marketing skills a necessity for any startup?
Absolutely. Marketing is a very, very important tool. Uh, the way you market your product plays an important role, a very integral role. That's why, the brand ambassadors and the celebrities come into the picture. So how well how well you're marketing your product is very, very important, which, however, doesn't mean that you have to have a brand ambassador. You yourself become the brand ambassador of your product, and just present it well and confidently. That's marketing is the key.
Okay. So our next question is, how personality factors affect entrepreneurship?
How personality factors affect
That is,
entrepreneurship? So yes, so personality doesn't always mean your outlook, how you look, but personality also means your confidence, your skills, your honesty, your passion towards the work. So once that is intact, once that is in place, nothing can stop you. Sky is the limit. So personality, yes, be confident, be honest, and be passionate about what you're doing.
okay. So our next question is, what is the difference between a idea and becoming it in a startup?
What is the difference between an idea and becoming it in a startup? So I clearly don't get it, but I think what the person is intending to write, maybe they are writing. Who's writing this question? Is this Manya?
Yes,
So
she's Manya.
okay,
So
so if I will
Mhm.
reframe the question, Manya, and you can write in yes or no. Okay, Mansi. So probably she's trying to say that the difference between an idea and implementing that in a startup, is that what you're asking? What's the difference?
I
Does she
guess
say right?
yes. Might be asking. No, she had not answered yet. Okay, we'll take this question afterwards. No problem.
Okay.
So, yes, just a minute. What are the factors hindering the development of entrepreneurship in India?
Um, Sometimes competition. There's a pool of competition, and because of that competition, sometimes people lose hope. So before it's like before getting into it, they've already lost the battle. They've already lost the confidence, thinking, oh, there's so many people, let me just try. No, it should not be like that, that let me just try. You have to say, I am going to win it over. This is my venture, and I'm going to show it to the world that how amazing this is going to be. So that's competition, of course. Then sometimes lack of support. Maybe it can be a financial support, sometimes not able to market it well, and of course some rules and regulations and the delay in the government procedures might also affect it, which is not happening. I mean, which nothing happens intentionally, but there might be some delays.
All right. So, we'll take the last question from the comment. So, our
Yeah.
last question is, as an entrepreneur, how can we turn our thoughts into action?
As an entrepreneur, how can we turn our thoughts into action? So I think the whole session is about that we have discussed it in details. um have what is that called, a mood board. I don't know if you know what's a mood board, but have a mood board handy. Whatever comes to your mind right now, we have phones. A phone can be used as a mood board, or whatever comes to your mind, just note it. Whatever comes to your mind, just note it. um don't let any thought, fizzle away. Don't let any thought in waste. So you should always have a notepad or something where you just note your ideas, gather the ideas, discuss those ideas with your potential partners or people who you would be working with. Because there is a point in anybody's life that alone you can never work. You have to have reliable people, you have to have a reliable team to start any smallest of venture. So even if I have to start, let's say, a small any small thing from my home, I need somebody. Maybe I need my mom, maybe I need my sister, maybe I need somebody to help me out. So have the best team with you, have reliable team with you, have all the ideas with you, do your thorough research and development, your target audience. You should have a budget in mind, you should know how you're going to market it, and keep your finances, keep your budget accordingly. How much you're going to spend in your production, how much you're going to spend in marketing, how much you're going to spend you know to pay to the people who would be giving you services, your vendors. So many things are there. So have a right plan for everything. So that's how you're going to bring your ideas into action, and that's how you're going to be a successful entrepreneur, or you're going to have a successful startup with small hiccups. But that would be a part of any journey, and that has been a part of all the journey of all the successful people throughout the globe, throughout the world.
All right. So I think everybody got the answer of their queries. So with this, we are good to close this session. So first of all, thank you, Reena. Thank you for such an amazing session on behalf of from the entire Mentorsity family, and also thank you everybody to join the session and actively participating in it. So yes, we are good to close this call. See you all in the next session on the next
Thank,
Sunday with the new topic. Yes. Thank
thank,
you. Thank you so
thank.
much.
Good luck. Good luck to all the students.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye bye.